Hello, it's Jaden, your favorite piano teacher or whatever. I don't know. Your favorite reaction music guy. Yeah. Today, we're reacting to an interview with BEABADOOBEE from a while ago. I just thought it would be cool. And that's pretty much what we're doing now. We're just watching things that I think would be cool. So let's watch it.
BEABADOOBEE, 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 BEABADOOBee. Welcome to my messy bedroom.
Off to a great start. I don't know why I'm stuttering. I always thought about saying be a badoobie 5 times fast. It's kind of satisfying, but at the same time it's just like I hope she gets into like how that name came to be, because that's really interesting.
Do not look underneath this curtain. Hey, do you wanna listen to one of my songs? Action. What's up? I'm BEABADOOBEE, aka Beatrice, and I play music. So loud, sorry. BEABADOOBEE, that's how you say it. The worst pronunciation, they somehow put like poop into it, and I thought it was on purpose, so I just kind of rated it from them. Or people say I'm BEABABOOBEES, and someone made a sign, BEABABOOBEES! I didn't flash my tits. I grew up in West London. I was born in Iloilo, Philippines, and I moved here when I was 3. It's me as a kid in my old house. Do you want me to leave it there so you focus? See, like, I go out of the DP and now it's like, I thought I was gonna be a nun for a really long time. My mom showed me the sound of music. And I was like, nuns, all they do is just like live with each other and like sing. When I was 7, I was like really intelligent, and then I fell down the stairs, and then I just lost all capability of academics. I just got really stupid and I couldn't do maths. But then I started being really good at the violin.
Is she serious about that? I feel bad that I was about to burst out laughing, but that's it's not what happened. It's just how she just so candidly went over that as if it's not like life ending or something. But
Lost some brain cells.
okay, she laughed, guys, so we're good.
Well, I went to a private school in the Philippines, and I think it's quite different from the public schools because they kind of let you do whatever the you want. It's actually quite bad. I just remember not really learning anything and just having lots of fun and eating loads of food and getting really fat. I can think of a funny time when I did it was like a talent show. It wasn't really it was a class talent show. And I sang 7 Things I Hate About You by Miley Cyrus a cappella. No backing track, in the middle of the class in front of everyone. Full on dance moves and angst. My room is so messy. This is kind of this is an insight to my life. I went through a phase where I just like refused to listen to music on my phone and just listened to music on a f***ing Walkman. Because I thought I was edgy. Be on like Hammersmith and City Line and be like, Beethoven on cassette.
That's kind of cool though. Like if I saw that, I would think it's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I felt like everyone was gonna think it was weird that I chose the color green. But I thought it was kind of funny because it looked like snot. This was during the time in year 9 when I was like so depressed. No, there was loads of pages in this book where it's like, I hate him. There's this page. It's just so sad. There's like weird drawings. It's black, for f***'s sake. It's sad because that was just before I got really sad. She had no idea what was coming, huh? I've always had lots of self-esteem issues growing up. As an Asian.
She's really dark in like a really playful way, and it's almost scary. Not even almost scary. It actually really is scary because I don't know if I'm supposed to laugh or be like oh or start crying. Like it's really conflicting. But she's laughing, so I'm laughing. Ha ha ha. Haha, are you okay?
Women in London, people were very mean, a lot of like backhanded racist comments. When I grew up, it was like one extreme to the other. It was like Asian hate to Asian fetishization, which was really weird, and I just couldn't find like a good in between.
Yeah,
it definitely
that would
takes
have
a lot
to
of
mess
time
people
and
up.
maturing and to learn to appreciate your culture and how you look and your like family traditions. It makes you different, but in a good way, not in a way that you should hide or you should be embarrassed about. Cute outfit. I'd wear that coat, I'd wear that skirt, and I totally wear pink tights. I wore this for the Last Day on Earth music video. Vintage Dior. Don't know anything about brands. I'm just like, oh, it looks cute. These are my shoes, but not all of my shoes, because there's some shoes downstairs. These are my favorite ones. John Fluvog. And they just look like princess shoes. They're so cute. Like dolly shoes. And the back reminds me of primary school for some reason, I don't know why. Music was my first job. I went to Camden and I went in all the stores and asked if I could work for anyone, and they all said no. So the first job I had was when I actually got signed and started making music at 18. So Gretsch made these guitars called Princesses so they can encourage more girls to play guitars. There's not a lot of female producers, not a lot of women on tour.
Oh,
A
that's
song
really
in
cool.
Beatopia is the first time I actually wrote a song about how I feel about that, and it's called Ripples. I've got a lot of people I want to go on tour with. Taylor Swift. Elliott Smith would love this shit. And then we'd write a song afterwards about Filipino food. I chose to wear something quite loose because I know I was gonna bloat. I remember when I started making music for the first time, my parents thought it was a joke. My mum was much more chiller because she was like super into Madonna and Boy George when she grew up, bless her. She showed me all like the bands I listen to now. I remember her first showing me Nirvana when I was 7. And me watching it and being like, oh my God, this is Satan music. To order vegetable spring roll, chicken wings, kuwa fried rice, chicken adobo, pancit chicken.
Amazing.
I'm really scared because I don't eat the middles of my meats. I don't eat the middles of donuts. I leave the rim just around the middle. My dad was like really crazy into cholesterol and stuff, and like you cannot eat the yolks of eggs. So every time I'd go in for the yolks of eggs, no, anak, high cholesterol. My mom would feed me the chicken. She'd miss out the middle, and my dad would get so angry. Like, you can't just feed Bea the skin. I only want the skin. Yeah. I have this thing where every time I eat seafood, it feels like they're like swimming in my stomach. For some reason, mushrooms remind me of like human ears. I could do shrooms, but not mushrooms. I had like teeth extraction. I just had like a teeth surgery and I couldn't smoke, so I'd have to get edibles, ube edibles. Freaking delicious. It gets you high, it does the job. Doritos nachos preparados.
I just heard so many different things about her in such a short span of time. It's just like all floating through my head, and nothing has really like, I haven't been able to react to anything because there's just been so many things happening. But this is what an interview really should be like. I should learn like the slightest, most irrelevant details about you. I think that's exactly what they're accomplishing here. And I love how it's just like jump cutting. Like, what are they asking her to get these responses?
It's just the best chicken wings I've ever had in my life. I'm eating the middles. I love chicken wings, and I'm really picky with chicken wings. Pho, great chicken wings. One time they banned their chicken wings, and I called every single shop in London. I was like, where the fuck are your chicken wings? Filipino culture is just so different from English culture. In terms of like how they treat their families and like the food they eat and like what they do on the weekends, like shit like that. So that was quite strange. Also like being friends with loads of white people and going out with a lot of white boys. But that was a crazy cultural difference. And like, I remember my dad going home one day and my dad watching the football. And he never watched the fucking football. And I was like, why are you watching the football? And he was like, this country accepted us, so I have to understand their culture. It was obviously quite hard. My parents moved to a country they've never, ever been before, and they had to start from scratch. Ultimately, that was hard on them, and if it's hard for them, that's gonna be hard on me. And fitting in school was quite difficult. The typical, like, Asian group in secondary school that I was in, it was really hard to find common ground with them. I love my culture, but there was a lot of differences. They didn't understand that. They didn't listen to the same music. So I found an amazing group of girls that can, you know, accept me for who I am. I used to do this thing, my dad, this is so stupid now that I think about it, but my dad used to make me the craziest Filipino food for school and pack it in like a thermos. And I'd eat that shit in the form room because I'd be too embarrassed to eat in the lunch hall, which is stupid because now if I pulled up in school with a freaking thermos with rice and chicken on top, I'd be like, yeah, check this out, motherfuckers. When you're a kid and you are in such a predominantly white environment.
I get completely where she's coming from like every angle, you know? Like it's tough being kind of an outsider going in, and it makes you feel insecure, but also being an outside, being like the different person is so cool. Like thinking of it as being someone who's on the inside, I would think it's so cool. Maybe not in elementary, but now I would definitely think that's really cool. And I feel like that's kind of like how kids are shifting now. Kids are shifting to be like more want to be different, you know? Like everybody is developing their own sense of style like way earlier, and I think that's really cool. And I feel like it does help like eliminate insecurity in a way. So I'm glad to see that change.
You know, you feel like an alien. You grow up and you realize that's stupid and that you're actually cool as fuck, so. The problem with growing up in a strict household is that, you know, you create quite rebellious kids. Guitars being thrown. And you have the stereotypical teenage angst where you just are a bitch, basically. That makes me really sad that I used to be mean to my parents. They're really lovely people. I think it definitely takes time for very like traditional, like first generation Filipino parents to like accept who you are. Like I didn't tell my dad about my first boyfriend for a year. First time he wanted to meet him, he told me to bring him to church. This is my old book. This is my old diary. Oh, it's like for songwriting. B's book for songwriting. Owner B, please return to B. Who is the best B? Underneath there is my address, and it says, if found, cash prize, which is a lie. All the boys have crushes on. Ducky from Pretty in Pink to the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Adrian Brody, I have taste. Timothy Chalamet's on there, but I've crossed him out. I've been teaching my boyfriend how to play guitar, and I've taught him how to play the Deftones, which is quite sweet. He's a cultured white boy, you know? People keep telling me I give off furry vibes. We go upstairs and there's a bin bag. Well, it's in a bin bag because it's from tour, not because I'm trying to throw them away. Of all the toys
that's why.
The kids at shows have given me, and I've kept every single one. This one's called Poop, because he just kind of gives poopy vibes. This is my Sully. I always get scared because it looks like he's got like a camera hidden behind his eyes. This is my red panda rug, because I love red pandas. My bassist, Aliana, who's also like my best friend, she collected all the flowers from the Fake It Flowers live session, and she pressed them and she kept them and she framed them. I got some paintings from fans. Someone made this for me, and I've got this random Polaroid of this couple, this cowboy hat they threw on stage at a show. They have no idea that this Polaroid of them is on my fridge.
That's so cool.
At the end of the day, I am a 22-year-old girl who has the exact same problems as other girls. I think when you have a platform, you should express what you feel and your opinion and especially if it's a good one, especially if it's about politics. As much as social media can benefit a lot of people's careers and a lot of people in general, it can be very damaging, and a lot of people on the internet can be quite mean or judgmental. You're never going to have 100 amazing comments. You know, there's always going to be one person disagreeing with you. There's always going to be one person that's going to say some shit, and I think it's something that you just have to build tough skin with. The people on the internet are not real, and ultimately they do not know who you are. The only people who know you are your family and your friends, really. So their opinion doesn't really matter.
That's real. Their opinion doesn't matter. I love how like nuanced she is, you know? Like she has so many different like this is not how I expected her to be listening to her music, but it's actually really cool like how just carefree she is, you know? She's just chill.
Can the sound guy hear my chewing? One time I did that and then the mic was still on and I took a wee. It was Abbey Road. I'm a chicken girl. Thank you, ID, for giving me, and the Filipino gods for giving me really yummy Filipino food. For free.
Yeah, I love this. I really like looking at interviews with popular artists because it kind of just like, I guess you could say, destigmatizes them in my head, because there's always an idea of an artist, you know, they're a celebrity, they're super popular, they're like upper echelon, you know, you can't really talk to them, they're not really someone you'd know, they have like this secret personality that you can't even understand. And when you actually look at the interview, you realize it's not really like that. Like they're just a normal person, you know. And I've been loving with the Nardwar Leve one, if that has came out yet. And I'm thinking about doing some more. So if you have any to suggest for me, send it to my Instagram or put it in the comments, and I'll probably do it because I like suggestions. And if you like this video, like this video. If you like this video, subscribe. You'll probably also like the video on the screen, by the way. So click the video on the screen. Thanks.